Hi everyone, thank you so much for being present here with us. We want to invite everyone to take a comfortable seat, an easy pose, a Hatha pose, whatever is available, whether it's your mat or on the floor, just to get comfortable before we start today's practice. There is a lot of heightened energy and emotion around the world right now. Being empaths, we are feeling this. We know that it's very easy during these times for emotions to become heavy. We're not free of having those heavy feelings and that darkness, but we do have the capability to go inwards and control our reactions and our emotions by connecting with our mind and our body. The greatest gift that yoga gives us is the relationship it creates with ourselves and therefore with the world around us.
Yeah, there's really no better time to be doing yoga than right now. Of course, yoga is lovely to practice at any time during the day or at night or during any time of the year really, but especially right now, as Ali mentioned, it's a great time for us to go inwards. And really something that we've learned along our journey with yoga is that it is so much more than just coming to our mats and doing poses. It really is about that connection between our mind, our body, and our souls. So today's class, we decided to do a heart-opening Hatha sequence. For some of you at home that don't know what Hatha is the sun and the moon, it's the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine. It's the original yoga, which is so cool, the very first yoga that started it all. And the key to Hatha yoga is really about connecting that mind and our body. And we're going to be holding our poses today for a little bit longer, so about 4 to 5 breaths each pose, and really allowing us to recognize what we're doing and recognize through our mind to our body with our breath and pushing that breath through to our body parts today. So with that, as I mentioned, some heart opening. And we're doing some grounding down poses as well today too. So heart opening, we're doing a lot of chest opening, really opening up our heart chakra and projecting out some of that love and positive energy that we have within ourselves, as well as accepting in that light and that positive energy as well. And then we're going to be grounding down through our root chakra, which is right at the bottom of our spine. So really grounding down through some strong poses today. Keeping that in mind, as well as remembering to breathe. Breathing is one of the most amazing gifts we have as humans, and it's very essential to yoga, of course, as well. So today, just remember to breathe. We're going to start with a pranayama, which pranayama means vital energy, and it's something that we use in yoga to provide our bodies with this vital energy. So we're going to do a ujjayi breath. Ujjayi is the oceanic breath and really helps us break through any unwanted blockages that we have in our bodies and allows us to be present on our mats and just forget everything else for a minute and just be on our mats and just breathe through it. So we'll be using this throughout the day. So we'll give you a quick demonstration. Ujjayi is constricting the throat a little bit as we inhale and exhale as well through our nose. But you want to pretend as if you're kind of fogging up in the mirror, so like, but do that with your mouth closed. So inhale, exhale, constricting the throat, really hearing that breath coming out as we slow it down a little bit and we keep inhaling through our nose. We want to close our eyes and exhale. And keep going. Really just letting everything go right now. Do that one more time. Beautiful. So Ujjayi is a great breath to do throughout our practice. I'll remind you throughout the day, but something great to really get through our asanas that we do. And I'm just going to do a quick little meditation. Just give us some time to just connect with our breath, connect our minds to our bodies, as well as just kind of ground and be present for a moment. So if everyone wants to close their eyes, bring their hands out in front of them, bring their index fingers to their thumbs in Chin Mudra. And we're just going to close our eyes and just breathe for a minute. And just take a minute to be grateful. Take a minute to be present. And let's just go inwards for a moment and find that peace and love that we have within us all. Forgetting everything else that's happening around us. And let's just be present on our mats for a moment and really, really looking within ourselves to find that peace and love that we can take into our everyday life and project it into our external world. Beautiful. And now we're going to warm up a little bit as we get ready for our class. We're going to warm up our muscles and prepare. So let's just open up our hearts a little bit. We're going to inhale our hands up into the sky as we look up towards the sky. And exhaling, opening up our chest. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, coming down. We're going to repeat this 5 times. Remembering today to pay attention to our bodies, be mindful of the poses we're doing. As we're doing these heart opening exercises and chest opening exercises, we want to be mindful of our bodies, that we don't hurt anything, and that we make sure that throughout today's practice that we know the differences between stress and pain. So one more inhale up and exhale down. So the difference between stress and pain is we want to have a little bit of stress, and when we feel that pain, we want to hold off. So feel free to just hit pause if you can, which is awesome. You can hit pause, we'll do that in class, but also feel free to take a Savasana or a Child as well. So keep going up with our warm up, warming up our wrists. We're going to inhale up. Exhale down, inhaling up, getting those wrists warmed up. We'll be using them a few times throughout today's practice as well. And today's practice is a beginner to intermediate, so we'll be giving options for beginners as well as having options for more intermediate and experienced yogis. Feel your wrists burning a little bit as we just give that a little shake out. And then we're going to open up our shoulders. So inhaling up, do a cow face pose, bending at the right elbow, bring it back behind our backs, and our left hand comes down and under as we clasp one to our hands, opening up our heart chakra, really stretching out those shoulders. If you have a strap at home, please feel free to use your strap. And just really, really enjoying the benefits of this stretch as we open up our shoulders and our chest. And last breath together. Lovely. Inhale your hands back up. And exhale, bring the left elbow this time. Right hand comes down and under. Again, clasping or using the strap. Using our breath to go a little bit deeper in our stretches here. One last one together. Inhale up. Stretching that out a little bit. And we're just going to come to the front of our mats now and prepare for some cat and cows. So bringing the palms of our hands right into our mats. Shoulders are right over top of our wrists. And we're going to be warming up our spine here a little bit with some cat and cow. So as we inhale our nose up, looking upwards, and exhaling, bringing the shoulders up and in, looking towards our navel, and then inhaling back up, and exhaling down. And keep going with that. Cat and cows are great postures, great exercise to use at any time throughout the day. Great to give our spine a little bit of love. And do it one last time together. Inhaling up, looking up, we're looking towards our nose. Exhale down, looking in towards the mat or our navel. Beautiful. Inhaling, we just look up between our hands. And as we exhale, we're going to push back, bringing the soles of our feet towards the ground into our first downward dog of the day. And just doing a little bit of a body match here, feeling out our body as we pedal out our feet a little bit, push back and feel that stretch in our hamstrings and our calves and our low back muscles. Let's just feel out our bodies here for a second as we kind of pedal this out. You can bend your knees back and forth, bringing the bottoms of your heels down, or if not, that's not a problem either. Beautiful. And then inhaling, looking up towards our mat as we slowly walk towards our hands. And we inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, folding forward, letting it all go and letting that head hang down heavy. You can sway from side to side. Yes and no. Grab onto either elbow and a little sway. Just feeling out that back body. You can choose to bend the knees here or straighten them just a touch if you want to feel that stretch in our back legs. And then on our next inhale, we're going to slowly rise up. Nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time. No rush today. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go right now. Let's just be present and stand strong on the front of our mats right now in our Tadasana. So Tadasana, you can have your feet either together or hip distance apart, or you can bring your toes together, or you can even just bring your knuckle in between your hands, which is a great distance as well. So stand tall. Let's all stand tall. Take a deep inhale. Hold it for a moment and exhale. Do that one more time. Let's really gain that energy. Let's be grounded in this posture and really feel that energy coming up through our body from the ground. So inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to keep with our warm-up and do some Surya Namaskar classic. So beautiful for a Hatha sequence. For those of you at home, it's great to do these whenever you want, especially in the morning. Sun salutations is such a great practice to have. And we're going to be doing the classics, so Surya Namaskar classics. So starting in front of our mats here. Inhale, exhale. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Inhaling, our hands come up over our head, pushing our hips forward as we look towards our thumbs. And exhale, we're going to fold forward, grabbing onto our shins, our feet, ankles, or the floor, whatever is available to you. On our next inhale, we're going to kick our right foot back. Our fingers are in spider formation. Our right knee comes down and our foot comes down, or you can keep it clenched up to you. And then inhaling, our nose comes up, looking towards our nose. And exhale, let's kick that left foot back to meet our right foot into our asana, downward facing dog. And then inhale, let's look forward, come up a little bit. Exhale, slowly bringing our knees down, slowly bringing our chest down to the ground. And our chin onto the ground, looking towards our nose, Nasikara Drishti. And inhale, hips come forward as we push forward into our Bhujangasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, come back into our downward facing dog, looking towards our toes or our navel. And we're going to inhale, right foot comes back up, our left knee comes down this time, fingers in the spider formation again, inhaling, looking up towards our nose again. Exhale, bring that left foot to meet our right foot as we fold over in our exhale. And on our next inhale, we bring our hands back up overhead, pushing our hips forward, looking towards our thumbs. Then exhale, back down to heart center. We do that on the left side now. So let's inhale, looking up towards our thumbs, pushing our hips, bending that back slightly. Exhale, coming down, folding forward, grabbing onto whatever's available to you. Fingers come down. And we're going to go on the left side here. So we're going to inhale, left side comes back, knee on the ground. Inhaling, coming up, looking towards our nose. Exhale, right foot comes back to meet the left into our downward facing dog. And then inhale, looking forward, coming forward a bit. Exhale, dropping our knees slowly, chest comes down to the ground, chin comes down to the ground, looking towards our nose, Ashtanga Namaskara. And then inhaling, pushing forward into our Bhujangasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, come on back down into our downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, our left foot coming right back up between our hands. Spiders formation in our fingers. Our right knees down on the ground. Inhaling, looking up and forward. And then exhale, bringing that right back to meet our left foot, folding forward in our exhale, looking towards our toes or our navel. And then inhale, bringing our hands back up. And pushing those hips forward, slight back bend. Exhale, hands back down to heart center. Beautiful. So that's our first round. We're going to do it another round. And this time we'll do it more to breath, so I won't cue as much. So hands to heart center. We're going to inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, pushing our hands up and overhead, looking towards our thumbs, pushing those hips forward. Exhale, folding forward, grabbing onto whatever's available to you. Our next inhale, we're going to bring our right foot back, right knee comes down, fingers in spider formation. Inhaling, looking up towards our nose. Exhale, bring our left foot back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, looking forward a little bit, coming up a bit. Exhaling, bringing down our knees and slowly exhaling down onto our chest, into our chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling, Bhujangasana, upward facing dog. Exhaling, all the way back into our downward facing dog. And then inhaling, our right foot comes back up and forward between our feet, left knee down. Inhaling up, looking towards our nose. Exhale, bring that left foot back to meet our right. As we exhale, we fold forward. And on our next inhale, hands come back up overhead, connecting and looking towards our thumbs. Exhaling back down, heart center. Last one onto our left side. Hands coming back to heart center. We're going to inhale our hands back up overhead. Exhale, bringing them back down and folding forward, grabbing onto what's available to us. As we inhale, bring that left foot back and down, left knees down, fingers in spider formation. We inhale, looking up and towards our nose, Namaste. And then we exhale, bring our right foot back to meet our left foot into our downward facing dog, looking towards our toes or our navel. And then inhale, look forward a little bit as we slowly bring our knees down onto the ground on our exhale. Chest comes down, chin comes down, looking towards our nose. And then inhale, push forward, upward facing dog, looking upwards. And then exhale, back into our downward facing dog, looking towards our toes. And then inhale, we bring our left foot back up in between our hands. Right knee comes down, fingers in spider formation, looking up in our inhale. Exhale, bring that right foot to meet our left. As we exhale, we fold forward for the last time. And then inhale, hands come back up overhead, connecting, looking towards our thumbs as we push our hips forward, bending our back slightly. And exhale, hands back down to heart center. Amazing. So now that we're warmed up, we'll get into our practice a little bit more, getting right into our heart opening. So we're going to do a Ustrasana, camel pose, standing camel pose. So at the front of your mat, options here to bring your hands on the low back or clasping your fingers behind your low back, like so. And we're just going to bring our hands onto our back if that's your option. We're going to inhale and slowly start to fold back and bending that back, really grounding down through our feet, through our base, bringing that positive energy up and letting it shine through our heart chakras here as we open up our heart chakra, opening up our chest. We breathe into that chest as it opens up. Feel that positive energy projecting out to our external world. And let's take one deep breath here together. And on our next inhale, we rise up out of that. Shake your arm a little bit. And on our next inhale, we're going to bring our hands up overhead and we're going to get ready to bend at our knees, getting into our Utkatasana chair pose. So again, really coming down into our chair pose here and really grounding down into our feet, getting that energy from the ground, feeling that energy from Mother Earth coming up through our bodies as we open up our chest again. And we feel that strength building in our legs. Feel that strength coming up through our legs into our arms. Looking between our hands, we'll take one more deep breath here together. And on our next inhale, let's all rise up together, up onto our toes. And on our next exhale, we're going to bend the knees again, coming down into our chair pose. A little bit stronger here. And if you're unable to come up onto your toes, just sticking to the regular chair pose is just as good. If you're in this pose, you're really going to feel that extra little bit of balance and that strength that we're building in our legs, keeping our chest open. Let's take another deep breath together. Using that Ujjayi. And on our next inhale, let's rise up together. And bringing our hands down to our sides. And I'm going to turn to you. I'm going to practice our tree pose, asana. So for anyone back home, options here, you can just hold right here is great. You can bring the sole of your foot onto your calf, or if you're able to, grabbing onto your right foot, bringing it into the inside of your leg here, and bringing our hands to heart center for a second. Taking a breath and being grounded here in our tree. Again, sourcing that energy and just letting it flow through our bodies. Option to inhale, hands up overhead, being a little bit more expressive in our asana and tree pose. Let's bring a smile to our face here, and let's just be happy. Let's just express our tree, express this energy, and project this positive energy into our external world. Option to look upwards, or if you want to challenge your balance, you can close your eyes and really feel that energy rushing through your body. One more deep inhale here, and exhale. We're going to bring our hands back down to heart center. As we release our right foot, we prepare to do it onto our left foot. So again, options on the calf, or you can bring it up to the inside of your thigh. Help yourself with your hand, and bringing our hands to heart center, and choosing whatever option is best for you at home, either at a heart center or bringing your hands up and expressing your tree pose a little bit more so. Whatever is best for you is best. Just remember to smile and remember to send out that positive energy. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale, our hands come down to heart center as we slowly release our left foot. We kind of shake that up a little bit as we get ready. We're going to do some dancing, some dancers poses, which is one of our favorites. We're big dancers, we love it. And another great...
Not great at it, but like...
It's just a great standing balance to allow us to open up our hearts, bend at our backs a little bit, and again, really get the energy from the ground. So let's inhale at the front of our mats, hands come up overhead. We're going to bring our right hand down to our right side. We're going to bring our fingers into chin mudra, so a little expression here. So again, index to thumb, grabbing onto the inside of our right foot. Options right here. This is a great place for any beginners to stay. Great place to dance. Or if you want to be a little more expressive and go a little deeper in our dancers. So inhaling up and then exhaling, kicking into our right foot and really trying to open up that chest and kicking into that right foot as much as we can to create that back bend. And really just sourcing that energy again from the ground as we open up our chests and breathe. It's a strong balancing pose too, so if we find something solid to look at that helps us stay in balance, we'll take one more deep inhale here together. And exhale, we release that gracefully. Maybe shake out that right side a little bit as we prepare for our left side. We're going to inhale, our hands up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Right hand in chin mudra. Grabbing onto the inside of our left foot. We do the same thing on our left side. So inhaling up and exhaling, kicking into that back foot. Bending at the back. And standing strong in our dancers. One more deep breath here together. And exhale. You can slowly release that. Shake it out. Feel out the body. And I'm now going to hand over the class to my lovely wife, Ali.
Okay, we're going to do a little flow sequence down to the mat to focus a bit more on some chest opening still. We're also focusing on other grounding postures, grounding our root chakra. So we come to the top of our mats here. Take a big inhale, exhale. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, down, bringing your hands towards the mat. Inhale, Hatha, hug lift to your back, so 90-degree angle. And exhale, down. You're going to step or jump back to find your chaturanga. Option to bring your knees, come down in your chaturanga. Or find your full chaturanga. Make sure your shoulders are protracted here, engaging the core. Coming down into your chaturanga. Inhale, lift up. Find your up dog. And exhale, back. And we'll meet in our down dog here in Kapotasana. Take a little stretch here. And we're going to bring it down onto our knees. And down into a seated position. We're going to focus on an arm balance here. We're going to come into a reverse plank. Great chest opening. Beautiful heart chakra opening. Feeling that love around us and projecting it outwards. If you are beginning in your practice, a great place to start is just staying here, opening the chest, so rolling the shoulders back, bringing the scapulae in towards each other, and lifting, looking up. Full pose will be to really have that strength in your arms, keeping those shoulders rotated, the chest open. On your inhale, you're going to lift your hips. Try to press the feet into the ground, to your mat. Bring the head back. Engaging the glutes, engaging your legs here, engaging your core and arms. It's a powerful pose here. Finding that Ujjayi breath. Take our last inhale. And exhale, slowly release. It's okay to get shaky there. Shake it out a little bit. Staying seated, we're going to come into a little bit of an inversion. I'm going to do a quick demonstration so you can stay seated. Options here, if you are at the beginning of your practice, if you have a block at home, it's great to use your block. If you don't have a block, you can use a rolled up towel, a pillow, a rolled blanket, whatever's going to give you that support. So you can bring your support just at the base of your tailbone where your root chakra is, and lifting the legs up towards the ceiling. And just keeping the legs lifted here is beautiful. For a full expression and a full pose, I'm going to come into Saladasana. Lifting legs here. Inhale, lift the hips, finding support on your forearms here. Finding support by your low back, or maybe you're a little bit more advanced and you're holding from your mid back, that's okay too. Or if you want to even roll the shoulders back so that you're keeping your body lifted in your forearms and your arms out flat. Keeping the core engaged, keeping the legs and glutes engaged here, and making sure your chin is away from your chest. Inhaling here, feeling this strong pose. This pose is great to reduce stress and anxiety. And our inhale, we're going to bring our legs behind our head into Halasana. Again, finding some comfort using that Ujjayi breath here, finding that balance and that connection between our mind and body. Washing away any stress or anxiety here. Making sure that that chin is away from the chest. And if you feel comfortable and you're able, bring the knees beside the ears here. Just finding your breath. Feeling that stretch on the back body. And your inhale, bring the legs back to Halasana. And bring the legs back up into your shoulder stand for your inversion here. Taking a big inhale. And on your exhale, slowly bringing your body back down onto your mat. I'm going to come into a little counter pose here. It's important when we do counter pose after inversion as we're reversing our blood flow. Nick is going to do full pose here, full fish. So you'll have your arms and your forearms in towards the mat, lifting the chest, opening that chest and bringing the top of your head to the mat. If you have a block or a pillow for support, blanket or towel, you can bring your support at the top of your neck and come into supported fish here. Just focusing on opening the chest, opening that heart chakra. It's really important. We do a lot of back bending asanas. A lot of us are very used to internally rotating for work, being on computers. For us as photographers, we're always internally rotating. So it's important that we do a lot of back bending to open our chest and open those hearts. Taking the last breath here and slowly coming out of your fish. I'm going to do another little quick demonstration. I'm going to do some back bending postures. Options here. We're going to be doing a few options. We're going to be working towards our full wheel today. So coming to asana. There are options leading up to depending on where you're at in your practice. If you are beginning, there are bridge options for you, which are amazing that you can work towards. Option 1, bringing the block underneath your spine. Again, you can have it on different levels if you have a block, or just keeping that position if you have a different type of support. You can go to level 2. You can even go to level 3. So you're having that lift of the hips and that chest opening, keeping those shoulders rolled back. You can stay here. Other option is to come into your bridge. So rolling the shoulders back, lifting the hips. First, you want to make sure that your feet are hip-width apart, and you're going to bring your feet open up so you can touch your heels with your fingers. This is the distance you want to be at. On your inhale, you're going to lift your hips and roll your shoulders back so you can interlace your hands below you, pressing them into the mat, pressing your fists and arms into the mat and lifting those hips. And trying to lift from the chest, opening that chest and keeping the chin away from your chest. Your full option is to come into your wheel. So that can be lifting your head first to the top of your mat or coming into your full pose. And when you're here, working on just pushing those legs so they're more straight and really opening the chest here. This is a big chest opener. So please find the position and posture that works best for you today, how you're feeling in your body when you're at your practice. So we're going to come into position here for your back bend. Coming into the position that feels best for you. Inhale, exhale, and on your inhale, lifting into your pose. You can stay in your back bend, or if you're ready to come out of it, you can. We're going to show you just an alignment. If you are working on your wheel and you have partners at home, if you're doing yoga together during this time, it's really amazing to help your partner out if you have tight shoulders or you're working towards that. Great option is to come and place your feet by your partner's ears here, letting them grab onto your ankles and using you as support. The difference here. And being able to help guide them to support to open that chest. Perfect. Now you're laying there, feeling that energy after your back bend. We're going to come up and just do a little forward fold here. If you are a little bit more flexible and you have more need to push forward, you can use a block for support here or anything that allows you to grab on. Keeping our sit bones flat to the mat here, core engaged, arms up on our inhale. Exhale, folding forward, grabbing onto whatever's comfortable here for you. Ankles, shins, it's whatever listening to your body tells you right now. Feeling this stretch on our calves and our hamstrings. Feeling that grounding energy as your root chakra is nice and close to the earth, grounding energy. We all need that grounding energy right now. Taking a big inhale and exhale. And on your inhale, slowly rising. When we come up into quick tabletop and coming up onto our knees for a last back bending posture here. As we were doing our standing camel earlier, we're going to come into more of a seated camel. On your knees, options, putting your hands on your low back. You could also have your hands interlaced here if it's easier for you. Bringing your hands to your low back, staying here, keeping an open chest, or option to continue to bend back, maybe grabbing onto the ankles, your heels. Really embracing this back bend here. Embracing this chest opening. A lot of back bending postures are really great to alleviate stress and anxiety, so it's important that we are doing these as often as we can right now. And coming up, bringing our hands back onto our low back if you're grabbing onto your ankles. So we're inhaling and lifting back up. It's coming into a little child's pose here just to counter that. Feel that stretch in the low back here. And so we come into a seated position, into our seated twist. Bringing our right leg bent in towards our left side and bending our left leg over our right. It's important here that we're staying grounded. Both sit bones are staying grounded into the mat. We don't want either side lifting. Bringing the left hand beside you, supporting your body, grabbing onto your right arm to your left leg and twisting towards the back of the room. Keeping an Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is opening up our root chakra, activating that root chakra. Lots of grounding energy here. Twisting is great for detoxification of our organs and for our digestion. Taking our last inhale here. Exhale, release. And do the same on the other side. Bringing our left leg and then our right leg crossed over, supporting the right side of our body with our right arm and twisting towards the right side. And with each inhalation, exhalation, you're twisting a little bit further on your exhales, using that prana, that vital energy, and your inhale, twisting on your exhale. Inhale, exhale, release. Coming into a tabletop position, we're going to meet in down dog. Lifting those hips. Maybe pedaling out a little bit here. Keeping your palms flat on the mat. Fingers separated, so you're really supporting the body here. Strong arms. Finding in our down dog. We're going to be opening up our hips a little bit here, coming into some hip opening and grounding postures. On our inhale, we're going to lift our right leg up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling. Really activating the glutes here. Body's activated, opening, lifting that leg, opening that hip even further. Bending your leg, opening up even more to that right side, really opening that right hip, preparing for our posture. Inhale, and on your exhale, bringing that leg forward, bending at the knee, coming to our pigeon pose here. Goal here is to have our leg parallel with the top of our mat. If you are working on that, great option, bringing a block underneath for support. You can also use a pillow as well, a blanket, whatever's going to give you that support. We're going to be finding, once you're comfortable in your pigeon here, finding this chest opening here. Making sure our hips are square and we're grounding down to the earth. Opening our chest. Coming into our sweeping pigeon here in our forward fold. Coming down, if you can rest your forehead on the mat. You can also rest stacking your fists, resting your forehead on your fists, whatever is comfortable for you. This is a very powerful pose. Sometimes it can feel intense, but trust your body here. Breathe into your hips. We hold a lot of emotion in our hips, a lot of emotion. So it's really important that we focus on releasing that tension and emotion and open our hips. Continuing that Ujjayi breath. Breathing into those areas. Take your last inhale here and exhale. Inhale. Come up to rise in your inhale. Finding that chest opening here in your pigeon. And coming back up to meet in our down dog. You feel a difference here in your hips, so just pedaling out your legs here. Pedal out, feel that energy. Coming into our down dog here, we're going to do the same. On our inhale, lift our left leg here towards the sky, into the ceiling, lifting, opening. Maybe bending, opening that hip towards the left side. And on our inhale, bringing that leg forward. Finding that bend. Keeping those hips square. And finding that chest opening here in our pigeon. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming down into our sleeping pigeon. Feeling that grounding energy, that calming grounding energy. On your inhale, breathing in all the good. Exhaling all that tension and that stress, letting go just to be present here. Feeling that release in your hips. Maybe you're getting a little bit lower to the ground, trusting your body. Don't hold that tension, just breathe into it and feel that release. Taking our last inhale here. And exhale. And on your inhale, coming up, finding a chest opening, a heart chakra opening, grounding our root chakra, opening the heart chakra. And coming back to meet in our down dog and stretching that out, pedaling out that energy here, feeling that in the hips. Okay, we're going to bring it back onto the mat, bring your knees to the mat. Sitting with our feet out in front of us, bringing our feet together as best we can. This is what we're working on, opening our hips here. It doesn't matter how close your legs are to the ground, we're working on it. Beautiful thing about yoga is a practice. We're working towards goals and each shape's different, so listening to your body here. Goal is just keep those sit bones grounded, opening those hips, keeping a flat back here, so opening your chest here. Keeping an engaged body, opening the chest. And our Baddha Konasana, coming into Baddha Konasana B, so coming into a butterfly here, just folding forward. Bringing your chest as close to the ground as you can. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit of stress in some poses, that's okay. Just use that breath. Feeling that stretch. Feeling rooting down into the ground. Taking an inhale Exhale. And rising up on our inhale here. And exhale, release. And give yourself a hug here. With some love. And we're going to bring it on down. Bring our backs flat onto the mat here. We're going to keep working on some hip opening here. So we're going to bring our legs up, bringing our right leg bent over our left leg and threading our hands through the needle here, just continuing to open our hips. So inhale and then exhale, bringing your leg a little bit closer to you each time. Feeling that opening in the hips here, working on releasing that tension. I feel a stretch within the hip muscles here. Perfect. Release. And let's continue on to the other side. Inhale the leg over, hands through. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing your right leg closer to your body, opening that hip. Releasing any tension. Getting the energy all around you right now. Inhale. Exhale. Your last inhale here. Exhale, release. We're going to find some happiness in our happy baby here. Bringing our feet up so they're facing the ceiling, up to the sky, and bringing them to the outer edges and grabbing onto the outer edges of your feet with your hands here. Feeling this hip opening, grounding pose at your root chakra as well. Also this chest opening here. Maybe swaying side to side. Just feeling the happiness here. Let's stretch and release. It's really important to us with everything that's been going on around us. And we focus on the class with a lot of grounding energy and positivity with our chest opening. Big inhale, exhale, release, coming down to our final Savasana here. Feet at the outer edges of our mat. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Maybe it's a little bit further, maybe your arms out. Whatever feels comfortable. Going into your final Savasana, or we can into our final pranayama meditation. Feeling the energy you've created in your body right now. Feeling proud of yourself that you've taken this time to find quiet, find some peace, connect your mind and body, let go of everything around you to be present in this moment. Feeling positive and hopeful, feeling that love within you. Honoring and feeling grateful for all the good you have in your life. Now is a beautiful time to send light and love to yourself, to your loved ones, to the world. To set an intention for your day, maybe you're doing this class before bed or before your day starts, or maybe it's a break in your day. Setting an intention for how you want your day to be, or an intention for how you want to live your life, or an intention for tomorrow. Whatever it is, just take this time to release and to let go what no longer is serving you. This time has really shown us, all of 2020 so far has really shown us how connected we all are, how our energy affects everything and everyone around us. And this time, as we stay quiet in this big act of love that we're all taking to keep each other safe, shows us how important human connection really is to all of us. How hard it is to not have our normal routines and not have that same daily connection. How grateful we are to live in a world with technology that allows us to stay connected. To realize how beautiful and important connection is to our life, our connection with ourselves. Finding this inner love and this inner peace within ourselves to project to everyone around us. To all live a more positive life. It's hard during these times to be surrounded by darkness. This darkness can feel heavy and overwhelming. The emotions that you're feeling are okay. Recognize them and then let them go. Find the light, because the light is always there. There's a quote that I have lived my life by that has saved me in many times in my life. It's a quote that many of you might know from a movie many of us love, Eat, Pray, Love. Elizabeth Gilbert says, "Ruin is a gift. Ruin is the road to transformation." These words have always helped me find the light and realize the light is always there and transformation lies ahead. We're all in this together. Sending love and light. Bringing awareness back into your body. Feeling that breath. Maybe lifting your hands and your toes. Breathing in positive energy. Seeing that light. Feeling that light. Breathing in. Slowly making our way up into our final breath in meditation. Rolling onto one side and finding a little pillow in your arm. Inhale. Exhale. And on your inhale, rising up and meeting us in a seated position. A comfortable seat for you, whether that's sitting on sit bones or on your knees, or maybe on a meditation pillow, whatever's comfortable for you. We want to end this class with another pranayama. It's very useful in reducing stress and anxiety. We have dealt with anxiety, and it's still something that we continue. It's an everything that we all work at, so it's important that we take this time and we can use these tools to help us, especially whenever we start to feel a little bit overwhelmed. It's so important. Breath is everything. When we start feeling that breath is heavy, it's a higher energy, and that can heighten anxiety, so it's important that we slow that breath down. We're going to practice another Shavana breath today. which is very useful. Bringing our right hand and placing our index and middle fingers on our third eye in between our brows here. Using our our thumb here to close off our right nostril and our ring finger to close off our left. We're going to be inhaling and exhaling through one nostril and out the other while closing the other off. So we're going to start by closing off our left nostril, inhaling through our right, closing off our right, and exhaling through our left. We're inhaling through our same left nostril, closing our left and exhaling through our right. Inhaling through the right, closing and exhaling through the left. Practice this 6 times to your own breath. One last breath here. And release. This breath is best practice for at least 5 minutes, but for the sake of today's class, I wanted to show you an introduction, and hopefully you can use this for the rest of your day, during this time, and for the rest of your life if you need that time just to find that quiet and that peace. Closing our eyes here. Bringing our hands to heart center. We want to thank you so much for being here. We just wanted to spread some love, share some positivity from us in our living room to you, sharing what we do and hoping that it can help you during this time. Meditation and yoga has literally saved our life, so we hope that this class helped you today. Thank you so much for being here.
We're so grateful for you all.